Hi, Lauren. My name is Brittany Vega, and I am in your speech interpersonal communicate class, and I am going to be doing for essay number 2, choice number 7, which is stop doing that, listen to me. This is basically where I'm showing you or role playing to you some non-listening skills. So first, to start off, I will be going over pseudo-listening, which is pretending to listen, and that is described by Woods on page 156. So Amit, the other day, I was trying to put Sammy and Mona to bed, and I was giving them hugs and kisses, and we were just talking, and I couldn't really understand what he was saying, and I kept saying, Sammy, what did you just say? Can you speak a little bit slower? And he said, well, that's what Dad always says. And so then I was like, oh, okay, well, do you remember what you used to say to him?
What?
Ahmed, were you not just listening to me?
Oh, no, I wasn't paying attention. What you were saying?
Okay, so that is a form of pseudo-listening. He was pretending to listen, but obviously he did not catch anything I said. This is a destructive form of listening, just because you're not communicating well with the person, you're not really showing them that you're interested in what they're talking about. A way to avoid this is to have eye contact, to maybe touch them or nudge them, get them involved in the conversation. And here will be a healthy role play of what pseudo-listening would not look like. So Ahmed, the other day I was trying to put the kids to bed, and do you know sometimes when you put them to bed and that word that you say, he kept saying it.
Oh, it was Wakujala.
Yeah, Wokajala, yeah. See, kept saying some words, but I couldn't understand what he was saying. And he said, Dad always says it to me.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, that is a form of a healthy form of not a non-listening discussion. The next one that I will role play we're going to be doing monopolizing, and monopolizing is described by Woods on page 157 as continuously focusing communication on ourselves instead of listening. So the other day I was driving down 37th Street and it was pouring rain, and I can't.
Oh, yeah. It was rain. I mean, after the rain, if you talked about, it was really, the water was like up to height of the window of my car.
Yeah, so I was driving.
I had to drive like all the way, the back roads because I couldn't make it in there.
Yeah, I was driving down 37th. I was going right by High B.
People needed really to be there, and it was like traffic so bad, and the time was bad too.
Okay, that was a form of monopolizing, just for the fact that he tried taking over the conversation more than listening to what I had to say. This is a destructive form of listening because you're not being able to get your point across. You're not being able to really communicate at all with that other person. They want to talk more than you, and they're not letting you talk, and it's kind of like all about them. And this can be avoided. I don't know. You can gesture. You can use nonverbal cues to kind of show that it was annoying or it was disrespectful to kind of do that. The next subject, non-listening skill that we are gonna go over is called selective listening, and then this is where a person focuses particularly on parts of communication. And this is described by Woods on page 158 in our textbook.
Bernie, do you know that the World Cup of 2014 is going to be in Brazil? Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Hey, did you say Brazil?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go there.
I mean, I'm just really
How
excited
far away is Brazil from here?
I don't know, but it's down south. But you know, like how I was saying, you know, really, I'm interested in like how many teams will be involved in that World Cup. It's just something that I really look out for it.
Have you ever wanted to go to Brazil?
Um, Now I will because of the World Cup situation. I'm just interested. In
I think any time of the year would be great to go to Brazil. So, okay, that was a form of selective listening. I was focusing primarily on Brazil and going there and nothing about the World Cup in soccer. This is a destructive form of listening because I'm not paying attention to anything that he's saying other than the fact that, oh, he said Brazil, I want to go there, so that's interesting to me. But anything else he said wasn't interesting, so I wasn't listening. This can be avoided to, you know, just listen to the way you're communicating with others and being active in the conversation instead of, you know, listening only on your own interests. And so this will be a healthy role play of that situation.
You know, Brandy, the World Cup in 2014 is going to be in Brazil, and gosh, man, it seems that 2010 was just a year ago. I'm already interesting.
How many World Cups are there, and why did they choose Brazil as a place or as?
Well, Brazil, they choose it because every 4 year we go and the FIFA decides which continent is going to have it. And Brazil this time was South America, so it appears, you know, that Brazil will host because they won the votes. It was by the vote.
So it doesn't matter. They're just voting on who does it next.
Yep.
Do all the continents go through
No,
at once?
it's just the South America. That's South America. Last World Cup was in Africa, in South
Right,
Africa.
but do all of the teams that participate, do they all go through at once and then it goes back to another person, or it's just whoever votes?
No, they all have to vote.
Oh, okay. So, okay, that was a healthy form of communication. Our next one will be destructive listening, and destructive listening is also quoted on page 140 or 158 by Woods as personal attacks, criticism, or honesty on the communication barrier. So, okay. So here's our role play on destructive listening. So Ahmed, I was in the car the other day with Dad, and he was giving me a ride home, and we were talking about the Dan Abraham Center and about all the great equipment they have in there to work out and all of that kind of stuff. And I was telling Dad how, you know, you've always wanted to go there. So he actually wanted me to invite you with him because he's.
Why? Does he think that now I'm too fat for that and I need to go to the gym and work out?
No, I was just.
No, that's what it sounds like.
I was telling him how you wanted to go.
Did I ask him?
Okay. All right. So that was destructive listening form, and that, or a defensive listening form, and this is destructive in the sense that, or in the case where you're not listening to the whole context, you're listening and criticizing a particular sentence or word that a person is saying. Offering to go to the Dan Abraham is not the same as saying I'm fat or you're fat. He needs to go to the Dan Abraham. So this could be avoided to, you know, kind of say, hey, that's not what I said. You know, calm down. Just, you know, please listen to what I said. He didn't offer. I was suggesting that, you know, that Ahmed liked going there. So a form of avoiding a defensive listening is just to communicate and express that, hey, no, that's not, he did not say you're fat. He was offering to take you there since you wanted to go. So here is our role play on a healthy form of discussion. So the other day Dad was giving me a ride home, and we were actually talking about the Dan Abraham and all the new equipment that they have in there. And I was telling him how you've always wanted to go there.
Oh yeah.
So
I'd love to.
he wanted to know maybe if you would like to go with him.
Oh, definitely. That's really nice of him. I would like to see what's in there.
Okay, cool. Our next non-listening skill would be to is described on page 159 as ambushing. And ambushing is when you're listening carefully to the context or and the purpose of only attacking that person and ridiculing them. So here is our role play. Oh, so Ahmed, the other day, this was horrible. The other day I was at work and I spilled some water and I didn't have my non-slip shoes on and I slipped, and so I had to go to the employee.
Where's the policy for that?
Well, I had to go to the employee house service center to have them write
How
out.
do they
so
do
that
that then?
Well, I had to go to my supervisor and I had to tell him what happened and he was just talking to me about,
But there's a rule for that, right?
yeah,
Doesn't
but
have a procedure for that?
I don't get
Did
really
you follow the
paid.
procedure?
So he was focusing on this particular discussion, basically on what the rules actually were instead of, oh, am I okay? Are you sure I'm okay? Yeah. So it wasn't really becoming of me or anything else. And so the destructive form of listening in this is basically just, that he's attacking me, and it's really kind of hurtful, and this can be avoided. This could be avoided to, show expression and show emotion in what you say and the discussions that you have, and kind of have an open mind to the discussion. So my last skill would be literally listening, and that is also quoted on page 159 by Woods. And this is also, it's called, or the definition of the literally listening is ignoring the relationship and listening only to the context of the discussion.
You know, Brittany, last time, the other day I was at the mall and I stopped by the GameStop, and I just stopped by and I was looking around and I got those 2 new video games and I bought it, and it cost me about $130.
$130?
Yeah,
Where'd you get the $130?
I'm checking.
And why? Why did you need those 2 games?
Like how I was saying, I was gonna say why. Well, they were
Well,
like,
that's $130 that we could spend on something else like diapers.
well, I wouldn't.
So okay, that was a form of literally listening, and I was attacking him for the money that he spent in instead of the educational game that he bought for his PS3. So that concludes my discussion, and I hope you can get this one because the other one did not go through. So please, if you have any problems, you can email me, or I will be on later tomorrow, which is Monday, August 1st. So thanks, Lori. Bye-bye.